queen mate. All right, yeah. Sorry. I started up this chess and chat again. I was making some tweaks to the actual stream. I was doing a couple of different things with it. First, I want to go ahead and thank Mikey Joe, always coming through. He helped me out today. He helped me with getting this window to actually capture so I can actually play chess on stream, because I was getting a blank screen. If you guys ever try to do that and you get a blank screen or it doesn't actually bring it up, if I close out the app, it still won't be there. You know, there's a lot of different little hiccups that I was running into. Two knights versus a pawn. This is a very, very difficult mate, but you can do it. Damn right I can do it. Um, Gotta get him up against this wall. It says whatever move I do is the best move. What are you talking about? right, yeah. So back to what I was talking about. Trying to get this check, and I'm way over. I'm like 5, 6 moves over. I don't know. Um, appreciate Mikey Joe. Appreciate OKJA. He helped me out from day one for real when I was when I was really just starting out. He kind of inspired me to put these graphics in the background and kind of just talk to the chat early on. Like he put the first 15-20 minutes towards just talking to people that would stop in. I was one of the people who his stream kind of just caught my eye early, just all the different colors, all the movements and stuff. So that's kind of why you see mine this way. I just try to tag two things. They told me to be more personable, get your community, kind of let them know who you are. Let them, they want to know you personally. They want to feel like they know you as a friend. They're supporting a friend. I'm open to everyone on Facebook who wants to be a friend to me and wants to actually get to know me, and a little bit more than just posts and status. That if that means posting more pictures on Facebook, I should do that, or use it more like Snapchat or Instagram would be, where it's like something that you go to daily and do updates about what you're doing daily. I can do things like that. Outside of that, so yeah, Instagram, that's one of the quickest ways to get to know me on the internet right now. Facebook over there, for promotional purposes. Outside of that, I play chess. I like to play a lot of console games. I got PlayStation. Obviously, I have a PC. I have no PC games yet, so if you have any recommendations for PC games, hit my line. Let me know. I want to get decent with the keyboard, so I gotta start playing something. I like those simulation games. I played a train simulation game one time and I had a ball. Man, that shit was fun. Airplane simulators, things like that. I might try out that Facebook Oculus. What's it called? The Oculus, where you can do virtual reality with the goggles on. I might in the future try out some of that if there's people that watch people do that, or if there's a way to stream that stuff. I haven't even checked up on that part, but yeah, look at that stuff. Outside of that, I'm kind of talking a little bit low because there's people sleeping. It's 5 in the morning. I need to get some soundproof technology or something that like absorb some of the sound. So my wife helped me out with making a stream schedule. I'm gonna implement this. At least plenty of time for streams like this to review the stream, tweak things, talk to people if they do happen to be awake at this time or happen to be stopping in, answering questions, brainstorming, really just brainstorming, coming up with new innovative ideas, stuff that we can do on stream, stuff that we can do behind the scenes, things like that. Just whatever I can do to help the community grow. I know there's a lot of people within this community who are just getting started. I know there's a lot of people who have their routines established. They all have different judgments on how the community should be overall, I guess you could say. So there's a lot of unwritten rules that I didn't know about that I'm just now learning about from watching other streamers. I won't lie to you, before actually creating a page and things like that, I barely would watch streamers. I would barely watch live videos. I was more so into clips, highlights. Like if you were playing Apex and you had a lot of kills or something like that, I would just watch the highlights. I would watch the quick Instagram 30 seconds of it. So essentially I stream for a couple hours. I just play, skill. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. I just don't really put in too much time on things like Apex or Call of Duty, things like that. I play 2K a lot. So I really kind of just play a little bit of each game, where I'll try hard and grind one game for a while and then I'll just put it down. Don't even touch it again. Play something else. Chess is something I'll always be playing consistently. So if you ever want to stop by and see me on chess, I feel like I'm being a little bit, what's the word? serious. I feel serious. I feel like I'm really talking about some real serious stuff. I'm also funny man. You probably can't tell at 5 in the morning because I don't know, my voice is a little cracked and I'm a little tired, drowsy. But yeah, check me out. Check my Instagram. Check my social media in general. More of that stuff's gonna be coming. I'm gonna be creating a lot more content like that soon. Outside of that, back to the chest and the chat. I really want to know what people think about how the community should be and all those unwritten rules, because I see a lot of people who, even just in America, even just in the regions that Facebook gaming exists and streaming and stuff like that. I watch a lot of live videos now. I didn't before, but I watch people selling stuff in their house. They're just showing clothes or something like that, selling stuff. Talk shows, podcasts, rants, prank shows, all kinds of stuff where people are going live. We had a game show at one point on Facebook. That was a Great Minds Think Alike game show. And this was years back on Facebook, so on there we were just doing mainly working. If you see some of my posts, or if you've seen my posts before, there's daily laws that are listed on each one of them. At that point in life, when we created that page, we were just kind of wanting to oh, what's up, how you doing? I got a viewer in here, I'm sorry. We just kind of wanted to experiment with life itself. People, spiritual, religious, whatever it may be, at some point you realize there is a way that life itself works, and we're blessed enough to be a part of this life and still around or at all. So we started to implement those laws into daily life just to see, the changes that we would see living through those things. So the Great Minds Game Show, that one specifically today is Tuesday, which is, I want to say the law of karma. I'm sorry, I don't even know them all by heart. Law of karma. And yesterday being the law of giving, karma and giving going hand to hand. That Great Minds Game Show, we would just do random cash giveaways on there a lot. Before, we didn't have any live videos or anything like that. We would just post videos like kind of raffle style, things like that. Excuse me. So we had that page got hacked. There's no more. I mean, it's still there. It's forever going to be there. You can always go on that page and see, like, hey, this is what these guys were doing for a couple of years. Got me a lot of experience. It was a learning experience. Me and a close family member, we started that up and ran with it for a while. We were unaware of the streaming world and that we can get the equipment that would allow us to really take that to another level. As far as interacting with the audience, we were just working on posts, barely any video, screen captures and stuff like that. Had I known about all this stuff, it really would have went probably a lot more mainstream, bigger than it was. So yeah, that was just one thing that we wanted to implement and put into our life, that we were going to just go with, even if it's not on Facebook or if it's not the same way that we were doing it at that time. It's something that we can live with forever, and we can really take along with us and live by. So yeah, even on this game page, I might just do random giveaways here and there. Bring some of that same knowledge, the vibe from that first page here to this page. some of the same people maybe over time might get wind of this. I did start this community without anyone from my, I guess you would say, personal life, because that my Facebook got hacked and I have no way to getting that recovered or getting back. All my actual people that I know, friends and all that in real life, to them my Facebook has been deleted. They don't even know necessarily that I have this page or this gaming thing set up and all this, because I didn't re-add and take the time to go back and re-add those people. There's a few people that have it, but for the majority, my mom's not watching me stream. When you see viewers on here, it's not my best friend or my cousin, like coming through. I've had some friends stop by. There are some. My wife even watches every now and again. But yeah, when you see this, these are people who are just genuinely interested in that game that they're watching, or just the community in general, and they want to show some support. Maybe they're streamers as well, and they're just, stopping by, doing their due diligence to keep the community growing, keep everybody motivated. That's really a lot of times that I stop by people's stream is because I know, hey, you see that number pop up, you see, hey, somebody's watching you, you see that multiple people are commenting, they're having a conversation, you see people having a good time in your stream. Those are the things that make you want to keep going. But sometimes people are streaming for hours, 2-3 hours, and they've gotten maybe a view or two from a family friend, or something like that, even though it counts towards their numbers, to them it's like nobody's still watching, besides the people who I have to beg to watch, or the people who I know they don't really want to spend this hour or 2 or 5 minutes sitting here watching me talk or watching me play a game that they know nothing about. Yeah, so I know that struggle, I know that life. I didn't want to do that, so I stayed away from my community of people who, yeah, I'm sure my dad would come by and watch the game, watch whatever, and support everything he could. He might even send a couple dollars in a donation. You never know. Which I might set it up with him to do some chess, because me and him play chess on my phone all the time. Every time I see him, we gotta get a game in a chess. If we don't get it, then we'll just play on the phone. But yeah, I want to get him on the stream one day. Put his head up here somehow, Skype him in or something, and play a game. Tune in for that. So yeah, I haven't asked them to follow me. I haven't anything like that. I haven't sent them an invite to them. I'm not even on Facebook no more. Facebook is, I was at one point. They were on my previous page and things like that. And even then, even when I would get a share from my dad or something like that, I still felt like that didn't count. To me, I felt like, yeah, when people have their numbers going up because of a friend or something like that, or somebody who they know and isn't necessarily genuinely supporting them out of curiosity or interest, more so like, hey, this is my homie, I'm going to share every single thing that he posts. I still kind of, those are kind of ghost numbers to me. I still don't count those all the time. So I guess it's more so organic, the organic grind. I haven't paid for any ads so far. I haven't paid for no ads. I don't think I'm ever going to pay for an ad. I did get a $5 credit. I haven't used that yet, but that might be the only thing. If they keep giving me credit, I might use some advertising space. But until then, back to what I was talking about. It's impossible. I don't even know how to do it, man. I honestly don't know what the best move is going to be. I don't know how to do this. You learn. You learn. Another thing that I really need to do, have these little brainstorm sessions, follow the stream schedule and this business plan on the back. Follow all this, and hopefully that organic growth continues to happen. Some of my I've probably been streaming for about, what's today, the 14th. I've been streaming, I guess I would say, I think I started my page in late October. And at that point, Facebook was still integrated into the PlayStation. So all my stuff was coming through the PlayStation. It was set up differently through the PlayStation. Then it took a while for them to update that. Skip me down to like December something, early December. It is by the time I actually got the stream set up to go. Plus the November holidays. I think I might have streamed I might have did a live or something back then. But I really count probably December. I really just say I've been streaming for about a month and a half. My page has been started for a couple of months, but I wasn't nowhere near serious. I didn't have any of the equipment that I have now until mostly Black Friday time is when I got probably my most expensive equipment, I guess you can say, that is helping produce this stream. Like a webcam. Before I was using a PlayStation camera before this, so now I actually have a little webcam. Now I got a Yeti mic, got all the stream basics that you would need. Still probably need a couple more things, but yeah, this brainstorm time is just set up to try to be innovative. I do those 3D 3D I Spy games, which to me are super beta testing right now. They're nowhere near done. I just made a couple of them just because I wanted to keep practicing. I wanted to keep posting something. I wanted to keep my insights kind of going, just to see if I was getting looks still, or see if people were even, if I'm getting muted by people, or if they're following me still, things like that. So when I pulled that out, the 3D Spy, I had a vision that it'd be kind of like virtual reality for your phone, or if you're wearing Oculus. I was kind of trying to target the audience of people who have the 3D goggles and use the virtual reality side of Facebook. I don't personally. I don't know anybody who does yet, but I assume that it's going to be around and a lot more common soon in the future. So try to kind of get in there now. The 3D I Spy game is fun. Um, I still need to tweak it. I might need to use different programs to make it than the ones that I've been using. I need to get some different software that would produce better graphics and things like that. It's still fun. It's still fun to do right now. If you see the astronaut, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's just a bonus. He's going to be in each photo, each 3D graphic that you're looking at somewhere. So if you don't find anything else, at least find him, and you know you're doing something right. You're supposed to tilt your phone around and use it like you're looking around in this floating space of all these different things. So it's a quick little mini game to throw in your timeline. Give it a year, it'll look great. In a year, everything. That's what I said. Give it a year. The stream started out trash to me, in my opinion. I was trying to be innovative. It actually looked like this. This is how it was looking. Crazy. Okay, so I had inspiration right here above my head. I actually didn't even have this at the time. I don't even know if you can still hear me. Maybe you can. So yeah, I had Nipsey above my head on a picture. I wanted that to be more like a poster in the background for me. Like this was actually like a background too, and I didn't know how to make that. I didn't know how to kind of create what I have now with this. How that's a background, and then like I'm down here, it looks totally different. In my mind, I thought I had to make it like this, like put something back there that moves and all this. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I hadn't even put in the time to watch YouTube at that point. I just started copying and pasting. I was clicking around in Streamlabs. I'd never been on Streamlabs before. I never did any of this stuff before. I didn't know what any of it meant. I just kind of trial and error clicked everything. I thought this was dope. I thought I was on. I was like, everybody else is doing the big game capture in the background with their head floating in like the bottom corner or something, or this or that. Got the inverted camera, so I can't even tell which side is up. I'm trying to like, you know, do that. I got, you know, still background-ish photo. Sorry, I'm sick right now, so my voice keeps cracking, and I'm trying to keep it down low because I don't want it to echo. I got some crime up in the top corner. If you want to know what's going on in Pursuit of John Walsh and all the latest crime happening, got that up there. People love that. And I got solved chess puzzles over here at the top. That was supposed to be interactive, and that was supposed to be my chess game. So while you see me play, you know, these games here, I would be able to go up and click and you know, play chess, or you know, things like that. I was trying to do something like that where you could see it happening. It didn't really happen like that. I got my name up there at the top, Amen Goddamn, and this was just a free template that they give you in Streamlabs. I tried to go ahead and tweak it my own way. Kept the SpongeBob. I was happy when I figured out how to put the SpongeBob on there. I was like, okay, I'm doing something. Same thing for everything. I don't care if it's a like or share. Alright, so back to the new page. Right now I got the Instagram down here so you can get to know me. Facebook down there. Brain up there. This is a brainstorm party. I'm going to put that at the top up here. I'm going to put brainstorm party or brainstorm stream. I'm here to talk, here to get to know everybody. This is not how I'm going to sound all the time. Voice sounds raspy. I gotta stop smoking. Oh yeah, so my goal at the bottom, follower goal number 5. It is 1,000. It is 1K. 24 days to go. I did 100. Right, I did 100. The first 100 initially in 6 days. right? I did 106 days. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, 15 people a day, something like that, 15 followers a day. So I just figured if I was gonna do 15 followers a day for 20, 30 days, I should be close to where I want to be. Started this New Year's time. I hit my 300 mark around that time. So I put up probably about 300 within that month. I figured at that time my stream was hard to look at. It was hard on the eyes. I hadn't had any friends. I hadn't met OK. I hadn't met, Mikey Joe. I hadn't met Loose Streets. I hadn't met Light, who ended up making me the admin of his page, who really has chatted with me and talked for real about our aspirations in the streaming world and the community and things like that. That guy really supports me from the beginning. And I was smaller than him at the time. The stream looked terrible. I barely could get the game on the screen, but I was active in the community as well. So I was making posts. I was, getting people engaged in different groups, things like that kind of made me stick out. So that when people were expecting my stream to go, eventually it was gonna pop. Just because of the way that I was active in the community, the way that I was interacting with people on a personal level, supporting others, really supporting. Like, I go in every stream that I visit and I smash reactions. I don't care if it throws off your numbers or what. I'm smashing reactions. I'm watching the bubbles pop down at the bottom, tapping that. Shares. I got in Facebook jail oversharing. I'm actually in a soft ban right now because I was commenting too much, I guess, in a group or in groups. I don't know. I was showing too much love. Instead of just going through and watching one stream, I would go through one stream, pick out something I liked about it. Hey, I really like the way you made your overlay. Just send that as a comment. Wow, I should really leave a review on your page. How long have you been streaming? Asking people questions like that get them commenting and talking, and then maybe somebody else that's watching would comment and really spark a conversation, stuff that they would pin to their comments. And eventually, I guess I did too much. As well as follow for follow. So I did a lot of comments from follow for follow. I have no shame for my follow for follow game. I definitely, in 6 days, to get 100 followers in 6 days, that's some follow for follow grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do a follow for follow, it's gonna be 70 people on the comment list. Of those, maybe the one person that you replied to say like that person directly, and you send a screenshot saying, done, I followed you, here's the proof of it, I'm not gonna unfollow you or nothing like that, I'll real follow you. And then maybe one or two more people might follow yours as well, expecting you to follow them back the same way. So you're not really getting that many. You're probably getting a few here and there, and for the risk of how many you have to comment on or how much you have to post in those groups that could get you into Facebook jail, isn't really worth it. However, it does show that you're on your grind. When I see people posting follow for follows and they're really in there screenshotting, done, I'm really gonna follow you. I'm here just, it's really support for support. Okay? It's not follow for follow, it's support for support. Hey, I don't know you, I don't even know what game you're playing. All I know is you're on the same path as me. So what can I do to help you, and what can you do to help me? Right? That's selfish profits. No man is gonna sell anything to any other man, at a loss to himself. In good business and smart business, that is. And this is a business. You are talking to other independent contractors of Facebook, who are on the same path and get the same rights and incentives as you do. once they reach that club of partnered or reach that leveled up program, which is 100 follows and a certain amount of time put in, you can't knock anybody's hustle there as long as they're not cheating, as long as they're not buying fake views or breaking the system somehow. I don't know. More power to them. I like it. I like to see it. I like to see people grinding. But I don't like to see only follow for follow. And I click your page and there's no content on there. You haven't even tried. You're not sitting in front of the camera talking to nobody. I like to see that stuff when I go into people's page. Okay, I see you're getting started, but how are you getting started? And I hope people go to my page and say, okay, I've seen this page like this right now. Someone stumbles upon this stream right now and says, hey, that's cool. The person that just gets started, just like I was, doesn't know how I made this stream like this, doesn't understand it. Even if they do, they're saying, hey, that dude looks official. That dude looks like, okay, he's working on something here. Are they going to go back and look at my old stuff? Are they going to go back and say, wow, look where he started from? That's why I put my Instagram here, because I want you to go back and see who I am, see who I was. How I lived my life before this, and me looking at streaming now as a full-time thing because it fits my personality the best. If we had this as an option growing up, where they asked you in school, hey, take this little test and let me know, it'll let you know what your profession might be, something like that. Streaming, entertainment, this life that you can put in X amount of work towards it as much as you want, but you're also still free to go do something on stage. You can go entertain, you can go to an open mic event, you can book a show, you can book a gig, you can get paid to do other things, but when you get back home, you can sit down and turn it off when you have to. There's no business hours, there's no real ceiling that you can see. People are taking it to greater levels every day. New streamers are becoming that next big thing every day. New streamers are making more money than they had or would have made every day. So that's really why I like the stream. I want to do it full time because of that, because I think that I would be great at it. Not necessarily because of the money that you would make, but because it's the type of flexibility that I need. I come up with my own schedule. I've seen in jobs that I work here and there, this flexibility of a schedule really makes or breaks if I want to be with that company anymore, if I want to work that job anymore. And I've worked from gas stations to corporate Fortune 50 companies, okay? No matter what, it's really about what your comfort level is, what you would like to do. And this is all stuff that I'm doing without a training program, without anybody telling me, hey, the most information that I've gotten through this is, hey, this is how you fix something. Hey, you're having a problem with this issue on the computer that you don't really understand. And instead of YouTubing it and watching a 20-minute video, try this, comments, Outside of that, I watched the podcast the other day. Shout out to Bleed War, shout out to Buddha, all those people, Denver that was on there. Can't think of the other guy's name right now, but shout out to all of them. With those types of things, you learn, etiquette. You learn what's frowned upon in the community, what type of stuff other streamers are looking for when they're deciding who to network with, who to help out, who to stay away from, things like that in the community. You can burn a bridge early. I learned you can burn a bridge that quick if a person thinks that you're not genuinely interested in them, or that you want to take away from their community, and you want to steal followers from them or something like that. They look at that as you're competing with them. It's a race, and it's like they think I want to get to partner more than they do, so I'm willing to take from them. But really, I think it's all together at once. My man's Joe Send me an early invite. I don't know. Let me talk to my homies. They be wilding in the party chats. So, but I think of it as a way like, hey, there's millions of people out here that can be supporters. I don't think you can steal someone else's followers. I don't think you can. I don't think you can steal followers from people. I don't think you can take away from people's community. Oh, how y'all guys doing, man? What's up, man? Good morning, good night, whatever time it is, wherever y'all at, man. What's good? Y'all boys been in this party ever since earlier, or y'all just got back? It's a new party? Heard you. I remember I came in here earlier and Buddy was, what'd he say? He said, I don't trust you as far as I got a snot out of my nose. Something like that. Yeah, weird. Who you talking about? Oh, that's Buddy. So then, sorry. I don't think he can take followers from people. I don't care if people come to my page and self promote. If they DM me and say, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, that might be annoying. Okay? If they invite you to a page and you don't like it right away, Facebook will even remind you and say, hey, this person invited you to this page, maybe you want to check it out, because it's not taking anything from you to like that person's page or to follow that person or to, support them. So it's really not taking anything from you. The only thing that is taken is your time or your attention. Maybe their post might pop up on your timeline. You can easily move those. You can easily organize what you see on your page. It's not like they're spamming you or anything like that. You can easily say, hey, I'll still follow this person, but I don't want to see their posts on my timeline, twice, 3 times a week. You can control that stuff. And yeah, so that's my views on the community and follows and things like that, because a lot of people are touchy about that. They say, hey, these people are spamming me, they're messing up my timeline, stuff like that. But you are in control of your timeline now. What you see, what you don't want to see. What's up, guys? Yes, you are, bro. You can follow somebody on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and you can just turn off the notification so you never see anything from them, but you still are supporting them and following them. He said, that is true, man. When you really think about it, you got to look within. So I don't know. I really want to hear other people's. I want to sit down and talk with other streamers about that and see what they think and see what their ideas of it is. But I mean, I've never been. Maybe these guys who have a couple thousand followers or 10,000 followers, maybe they are really losing followers or losing supporters to other streamers, and they're seeing, oh wow, this guy that was going to send me $10 today, now he's watching this other guy and he's sending him the $10. So now they feel jaded. They feel like, oh, you're testing the loyalty of my community, and that might be a thing. I don't know. That's the only way that I can see not liking follow for follow, or not liking people who spam, or people who are eager to get recognized in the game community. That's how I see it. I see it as you are eager. You're reaching out to these guys. It's just, in any other business, entertainment business more specifically, the norm is, hey, if I'm a rapper, or if I don't know, whatever, entrepreneur, and I want to reach out to Kanye West, I know I'm not gonna be able to just get in contact with that person and grab that person's attention and their support. No, that's not how it is. Every now and again, people get lucky. Every now and again, you might run across somebody and you have your stuff prepared and you hand them your CD. It's kind of like Status Symbol, Nipsey song. at the end of the song, there's a little guy, there's a teenage dude that he ends up signing or working with later, who, hey, he ended up seeing him. He asked him for a picture. Let me rap for you. Let me show you what I got. And he's being the guy that he is. All right, let me give you a shot. Somebody gave me a shot at one point, so let me give you a shot. And the guy raps for him. Story happily ever after, as much as you can think. So I think of it like that. People who are prepared, people who are they have something. They're not just spamming a blank page. They're not just spamming something that's not even the same language as you, and you have no way to really support it because you don't even understand it. Okay. People who would send me a lot of invites to something like League of Legends. I can look at that in two ways. I can look at that as, I don't know anything. I've never played League of Legends. I've never watched it. I've heard about it before. I know the name of it. So if somebody was to send me an invite to that, I probably won't watch it. But maybe they're trying to help me, or maybe they're trying to put me onto something new. Maybe that's a game maybe I should play, or they see me play a game different and they're like, hey, you'd probably be really good at League. Who knows? So it's really about your perception and how you're looking at things. They say this one saying that really stuck with me: a man doesn't look behind the door unless he's hidden there before. Something like that, right? A man doesn't look behind the door unless he's hidden there before. So you're not going to be so skeptical and defensive and think that everybody's really out here to steal or take from you and take your community or what have you, unless maybe that's something that you were spamming to do at one point, or unless maybe that's something that you had thoughts of and that was your intention at one point, and now you're putting that off on all these other people who really maybe you could help, and really maybe you should help. So think about that when you see those people who are just, hey, I'm going to send out a message to this guy who I idolize. I really like their setup. I really like their stream. I like what they got going. You know what? I'm going to reach out to this dude. Maybe he's going to be cool. Maybe he's going to talk to me. And a lot of times, even in the entertainment business, a lot of times, even that I've seen, people who you would expect to have this status that's unobtainable for someone like you or someone like us to reach out to and just talk to, man, you never know, man. Don't let a couple people throw you off and make you think, hey, I'm down here, so I'm gonna stay down here until I get up here, then I'm gonna try to talk to these people. Oh well, I have a big enough following now, so maybe this guy will accept me, and if you go looking for validation in this guy, then once you get to his level, you're going to start looking for validation at the guy above him, and that's who he was looking at, and it's really going to be a rat race. It's going to just be going. You don't want that, man. You really don't want to do that. So think of yourself at the numbers that you're at now. Think of yourself at the place that you're at now as just as where you want to be. I can DM Kanye West right now. I don't know. He's probably not even gonna see it. His algorithm might not show it to him because I'm not on his friends list. Because I'm, what have you, whatever reason that he wouldn't see it. But if he was to see that message, and just look at it, I could spell a whole spiel. I could tell my whole life story. I could say, hey, I think it's meant for me and you to meet. I think that God put us both on the earth at the same time, because at one point we're supposed to cross paths and do something great together. For a person to think about somebody like that and say, hey, they looked at my message and they didn't reply, or they just basically cast you off, they downplayed you, kind of like that Eminem song. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know the name. The Eminem song where he basically says, I did all this stuff, I was your biggest fan, and when I finally got to meet you, you just walked away. You just didn't acknowledge me. Be careful with stuff like that. I might clip this and put this on something. Be careful of situations like that, especially when it comes to stuff like your status online, because that status online does, no matter what people say, it translates to you as a person. It's you inside. So if you're gonna be that guy who's too big to communicate with people, or you're gonna be that guy who's I'm only surrounding myself with people who I can gain from. I don't care how you word it. If you're too good to, interact with people who you think are below you, I just wasn't raised that way, I guess you could say. My story is a little bit different. I come from the bottom of those people that are constantly going up and constantly reaching up to be around better. You know what I'm saying? People constantly looking for ways to be accepted by better people in better situations and better environments. A lot of times people don't understand that life because they've always been at least here. They've never been way down here and really needed that help and really needed to reach up to somebody else that could help them. And a lot of times when people do that, they get no reply. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you would think you would see a person who's never begged before in their whole life. They've never panhandled. They've never been whatever, maybe their car really did break down the road and they really did happen to walk down here and they happen to just walk past you and say, hey, you don't have $2 real quick so I can make a phone call, or whatever it may be. The way that you're conditioned to think about those people is, hey, he does this 24/7. He's trying to get over on me. No, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, you never know. Somebody really might need your help and you might be that person to help them. So always, I'm telling you, man, a lot more will come from doing that than not doing that. And if you pride yourself on being, I'm going to build myself up so big that people are going to reach out to me every day and I'm going to just tell them nope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that lifestyle. I don't understand that desire to, people say, I want to blow up, get rich, and act like I don't know nobody. Who say that? Riff Raff. I don't act like I don't know nobody. If that's your goal is to blow up and move out to some secluded area and not interact with people anymore, hold your money in a safe, bury yourself with it, those are people who I stay away from. That's karma. And if you dedicate your life to something that in the end is rotten, if you dedicate who you are, your personality and your soul and your spirit to doing something that's rotten on the inside, that's not good, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be fruitful. It's going to be a bad situation for you. I don't care what religion you are or where you've heard a story like this. That's real. So yeah, I'm down to reach out, hang out with anybody that streams, anybody who wants to come in. If you want to do put 12 people up here on my stream and just talk and offer your ideas about where the streaming platform is going to be in 5 years, 10 years, things like that, definitely come through. Definitely. I don't think I'm bigger or smaller than anyone else. There might be people who are better at the game than me. There might be people who understand, understand graphic design more than I do, or understand, who are just better with social skills than I am, who can just talk and entertain a crowd better than I can. Yeah, there are people that are out there like that, but that doesn't necessarily put me at a place where I'm like, hey, no, I can never talk to that person. I can never do this. And you shouldn't think that way either. And I hope nobody on this platform or on Facebook ever thinks like that about me. I hope people never ever get the idea that, oh no, that dude's he's too big of a streamer, he does this too seriously. I don't think he would play with me, or I don't think, nah. Hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. If you know me in real life, hit me up. Come through. So yeah, I want to get that off my chest. That was a long rant. It was a long rant. It's been about a good hour, and I still probably got like another hour in me before my morning routine starts. I've been ignoring the chat. I don't even think I don't even think I had sorry, I got a message. I don't think I had any messages or anything pop up. Either that or my alert box isn't working right now, which would suck because people probably would think I'm ignoring them. And with me, I honestly think the grind consists of time. When I started, I knew that first 100 followers I can get just because I understand social media and the power and the numbers. You know, I've been a salesman before. I know if you ask 100 people, you're going to get at least 10. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get X amount. So then you just got to ask more people. You got to provide more content. Get your name out there. And I do have another, for the people who I haven't liked their page yet, or I haven't, and they've sent me invites and stuff like that, I do have a plan in motion where I'm going to, I'll even let you guys know, I'm going to flood the timeline. I am going to accept hundreds of friend requests, as many as I can, that I have piled up. I'm going to like all those pages. So then at that day, if everybody's streaming, or that time when I decide to do that, once I hit my goal, people that are streaming, that are live or whatever, it's gonna say, I mean, goddamn, Darrell Hunt, whatever you want to say, liked your page, and it's gonna be kind of a simultaneous thing. So if people are watching streams, they're probably gonna see that pop up, my name. If people are just happen to be on someone else's page, I'm gonna be a new like on there. I'm gonna be, oh, your other friend here likes this. My name's gonna be there. And by that time, I want my page to be set. So if those people see that name and they say, oh, that's that name again, let me click on it real quick. They come to a page that's set up, not a page where I'm still just, you know, poking around, trying stuff. I don't want to lose any credibility or miss any opportunities based on that. So yeah, be patient. I will like your stuff back. I know that there's a lot of people that I invited that didn't like mine. I know that they might do it one day, they might not. They might end up seeing it another time and saying, hey, oh, this is that guy that invited me before. You know, show some love. Not. Another thing, outside of streaming and doing these brainstorm parties and doing these videos, I do want to pull together something like, since we're doing a brainstorm party, hey, I got somebody set up on my, got somebody follow me on Instagram that I got from here. So people are sending me messages saying, hey, excuse me, sending me stuff basically saying, hey, I got you off Facebook. Which to me is pretty dope. Shows me that that's working. And I don't care if people just click on this for 3 seconds. At least, you know, I'm getting my talk out the way. I'm getting my brainstorm ideas out the way. I do want to set up something on my stream or my page just to post content on, like, I guess a group. I got the hashtag Facebook Gaming. Hashtag Facebook Gaming. I actually got a couple of hashtag groups. if you use our hashtag, if you use hashtag Facebook Gaming, which I created that group, pretty sneaky sis. You use hashtag Facebook Gaming, you can be in that group. Just post it. People are gonna automatically see that on their timeline. And if you do Instagram, do the same thing. You can follow the hashtags, like, sell your secrets at the bottom of this description. You can see that hashtag down there. On Instagram, you'll see our posts. People who use those hashtags, they'll cycle through your timeline. That's another way to do your posts without follow for follow and spamming it in different groups. If you just follow that group and use that hashtag, it'll automatically show up on other people in the group's page without you having to beg them. So that's a little pro tip. Hashtag Facebook Gaming. Try it out. Join the group and then use the hashtag on one of your posts. Any post. It could be just a post with words, no video. It could be a live video, a live stream. Check it out. So we got the 3D mini games, the I Spies. We have live videos, highlights, things like that. Raffles and giveaways. Get to know me, brainstorming, research, just kind of a little bit of time taken to perfect the stream, change it around. Speaking of which, that goal at the bottom is my birthday goal. So I'm gonna do a birthday stream around then. I might take a little bit of time to not stream. I guess you could say not really time off, but I'll be doing other stuff that's not going live and playing the game live and trying to talk to people because I don't have any moderators yet. I don't have anybody to kind of monitor my chat, and I don't want people to feel like I'm not tending to them or entertaining them while I'm trying to sweat on the game and trying to do all this stuff. So I might just do recordings for a while and upload some content or schedule out some content far enough that I can then go live in between. And even if I don't have a good day streaming that day, at least I'll have a fire clip coming out, or a good post coming out. What else? I got this guy on Instagram who he's kind of spammy. He sends me a DM every time he goes live, and be sure to like and follow though. I haven't yet. And that's kind of just being petty, I guess, because I could have just liked it. But when I went to it, I hung out with him for a while he was talking and chatted with him and stuff. And yeah, I don't think he's earned my like yet, which I understand. I got some friends who see my stream and they're like, nah, I'm not gonna share it yet. I'm only gonna share it if it's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna share it if it's worth sharing. And I'm like, that's cool. That just gives me something to aim at. Like, I'll know, all right, my stream is dope now. My homies is actually tuning in. My homies are actually stopping by to talk. Speaking of which, I want to do a lot more live. Without digital, I want to actually set up the cameras where you can see more of the room, who's over here, what we're doing. I got some real insightful stuff going on. I got a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people my age who are doing different things with their lives. So yeah, I want to hear input from streamers, but I also want to hear input from people who are doing other stuff. They're not necessarily looking for internet money. They want that. They need a different type of check. They need. They have. These things that call for them to have goals that involve other things, goals that are not necessarily what they want to do, but they're making goals and smashing those goals anyway while they're doing whatever it is. Workers, hard workers. But if I do end up popping and I somehow get partnered, and I end up just big in a year or so, I'm definitely setting up my homies. I'm setting up my friends. I'm gonna help them grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that they get a check too. Everyone. Honestly, I think everybody on the internet should have a YouTube, should have a Facebook gaming, should have a, something like that where they're considered an influencer or a entertainer or whatever it is. They have a business online, whatever. Everybody should be getting advertisement money. In my opinion, hold on. Let me stop the music real quick to let you guys in on my opinion. I study marketing. I study communication and marketing, which means interacting with humans and interacting with humans for hire, for money, as a business. I believe the consumer, the person who's being targeted in the advertisement, the person who watches the streams, the supporter, those people have a lot more power than what we are conditioned to think. I believe our information should be monetized. I believe Facebook should not be able to sell you to other companies without you profiting. Besides value in stuff that's not valuable, it's not really a profit. If I buy 3 new bracelets today because an advertisement popped up in my phone or in my screen, and it's right there in my face, and somehow somebody knows that I want to buy these bracelets, and now I make an impulse buy, I get a bracelet, but there's no value to that. I believe people should get paid, or they should be able to sell their advertisement profile, their likes and dislikes, their interests, who they are, what kind of stuff they're looking to buy. Sell that profile to companies. Their phone number, their email. Just the opportunity to even reach out to them and try to use them as a customer. I believe that should cost the company money. Because in insurance or in a business like sales, like car dealerships and stuff like that, you can purchase black books full of customers' information, full of data on these people who might be interested in buying a car, or who always buy cars this time of year, or who might need some insurance because they just got a new house. And how do you know they have a new house? How many rooms are in the new house? Well, all these things that the target doesn't benefit off of. I believe in the future, just like you can watch a video on YouTube or whatever, I don't know which platform, you can watch a video, and the longer you tune in and watch, you start to get a little currency sent to your profile. Hey, you've watched this video for an hour, you've seen 4 different ads, here's $1.10 worth of currency. You can send this 10 cents to one of these people that you've been watching so much. Okay, you do that 10 times, and now that person has $1. You sent $1 to someone from not out of your pocket, but that you've earned on this website. You've earned these little coins and things like that from putting so much time being a supporter on this website. You're not a streamer. You're not in the Level Up program, but you're in the supporter program. You're dedicating your time on that cell phone, not watching fight videos, not watching TikToks that are just randomness, but you're supporting a business. You understand? So when you support a business in the regular world, when you support an organization, I guess you can say, you can write that off. It's valuable to you. There's ways that you can gain, not really gain, but or just not lose as much, I guess you can say. That's where I see Facebook going within the next 5 years, being able to monetize the supporters, give people a reason to want to tune in for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Give people a reason to want to put our notifications on see first over someone else's notifications or over some type of other video or whatever it may be. Do that. The customer has the power in marketing, and companies kind of have known this, and they've already put it in there that the customer is right and things like that. But that's mostly policy and guidelines. That's mostly regulation. You know what I'm saying? That's mostly regulation and how you interact with someone. But when it comes to the value of them and what they have in a profitable world and selfish profit, person A does not give or sell anything to person B at his or her own loss, right? And person B does not buy anything from person A at his or her own loss. Knowingly, a smart person, at least in good business, that doesn't happen, right? Both parties leave feeling satisfied. Sorry, I dropped my pick. Both parties leave feeling satisfied. They don't feel, either one doesn't feel gypped in good business. And just because you make a guy leave feeling satisfied, oh yeah, yes sir, thanks, thank you, no sir, oh sorry sir, this and that, and you've done great customer service and you've interacted with them as a person to a level where they don't suspect anything from you, they don't suspect any ill intentions. That does not mean that they left that transaction with value. That doesn't mean that they didn't take a loss in that transaction. You just distracted them from their loss. You just didn't tell them about all the things that they're missing out on, or about how things could be. So like when a person starts a movie and they go to a theater, or they have an act and they want to do a theater and they want to do a show, and they pay the venue versus the venue paying them to have it there. You know what I'm saying? So there's different leverages depending on who you are and what your status is. People book you. They say, hey, you come to our thing, we'll pay you. We'll pay you to get there. We'll pay you to perform everything and send you home, because we know we're going to profit off of you being here. Versus the small guy, the 50 followers, the brand new streamer coming up. Oh no, you can't just perform in this venue. No, we're not going to necessarily profit off of that. So you can pay us to perform here. You can work for free. You know, different things like that. Undermining the worth of the other person. Putting your profits selfish first. In my mind, they should work together. The seller and the buyer should work together like real teamwork, true teamwork. Like rowers in a boat. We're both working together at our own pace. Well, on pace together towards the same goal. That's teamwork. It's not teamwork when one person is misleading the other person. One person is throwing the other person off. Alright, scene. That's all I want to talk about with that. That's my predictions for the next 5 years. I want to say it's going to be heavily focused on the supporter and the customer, the person who's not necessarily streaming, not necessarily posting the content, but the person viewing the content. What else? Let me check my list here. We're gonna do a platform refresh. If you look at just like my Instagram at the bottom, you can see my Instagram right there. If you look at it over time, you can see changes happening drastically to my life, to my location, to everything. When you look at this stream, you look at this profile, you're gonna see changes. You might even see a name change a little bit down the line. You never know. It's gonna be changes. It's gonna be refreshes. You're gonna come back one day if you haven't watched me in a while and see, oh, he's on a whole different wave. He's going a whole different direction with it. People up 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Follow for follow. Help me reach 200. Help me reach 5,000. Help me reach this. I can help you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can help you. I don't got a problem with that. Is there just send me a ESO Dolan run? I don't even know what that game is, but he's been spamming me to watch it. Yeah. So, thanks for being here. Anybody that stopped in while I was doing this, playing a little chess and chatting, really just saying ideas out loud, saying stuff out loud. The power of talking about it works. That was not a shot, but the power of speaking. The more you talk, the more you can visualize. The more you say, hey, this is what I think about 5 years from now. This is how I think I'm gonna move. The more you can see it happening, which you'll also see on Thursday. The law of intention and desire. Within every intention and desire, whatever you want, whatever you plan to do, whatever you intend to have, when you think about it, when you say it, I want to fly airplanes. Well, first, I have to fly that airplane. To fly that airplane, I have to know how to fly that airplane. Meaning I need to learn. Meaning I might need to get certified. Meaning I might need to, find an airplane, get inside of it. All of the mechanics to make it happen are right there in the name, right there in the title of what you want to do. You just need to break it down into steps, into smaller mechanics, and piece by piece, when you look at the bigger picture, it's put together. Okay. I don't really understand why it's so simple and why it's so easy. I wouldn't say it's simple and easy, and I wouldn't say learning how to fly an airplane would be fast. It's not something that you can just do right away just because you want to do it really bad. But if you put the time in and the effort, all the steps are right there for you to knock off the list, check off one by one until you have the full goal. Let that marinate. One more thing. Shout out to Roddy Ricch. #1 album. #1 song. Came out of nowhere. Compton. Boy went #1. I played this song hundreds of times when it came out. At first I thought it was annoying, and then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's Roddy Ricch? Oh yeah, play that again. Cause he from the West Coast. He did work with Nipsey. I'm gonna do a whole day about Nipsey one day. I'm gonna do a whole thing about my opinion. I'm very pretentious, I guess you can say. I really feel like bigger than I am. I feel like there's more people who care about my opinion than that probably do. And that's just based on the fact that I live life like I'm the main character of this movie. I live life like everything around this world is put here for me to decide if I want to fidget with or if I don't. like it's creative mode, and I'm the one navigating. All my life I live right next to a railroad. All my life, right now there's a railroad right outside my window, and I would always think, trains are full of people, full of stuff. They're always going by, cars. Those inside of those things that just happen to pass by you, or you happen to see you now, and they just go off into the distance, never be seen again by you. Do you think those things are real? Like, do you think that those people inside of those cars that drive by you on the highway, you don't see their face, but do you really think that there's people in those cars? And they're really going somewhere, and when they get there, they got other people waiting on them, and those other people, and each one of those people in that storyline think of themselves as the main person, or they think of themselves as a small, tiny speck in a bigger thing. That's the real questions we need to be talking about. And having something like the internet and these profiles and these things and these bots and how you can literally be talking to, or you can literally have AI, a computer, artificial intelligence, on the other side of the monitor. I get follows from bot accounts all the time. Robots, like really programs on a computer creating these profiles, following people, messaging them, stealing their information. Think about that. Somebody needs to do a census on how many AI bots there are out there on the internet right now. How many dead people are on the internet right now? How many people are you paying Facebook money to advertise to and put on their timeline, and that person's dead? That's a dead profile. And you just pay to get your ad in front of them. They're never going to buy from you. They're never going to share. They're never going to like it because they're dead. Think about that. 100 years, Facebook's gonna be full of dead people with settings on their profiles that say, update my profile to say, hey, what's up? Even though I'm dead. Update my status, chilling with Jesus. Hanging out with God and them. Rye Litter, what's up with you, Rye? I appreciate you following. I was in the middle of a rant talking about some stuff, so appreciate you giving me a follow. Back to what I was talking about. I think that those are the things we need to talk about. Me being the main character of my life, whether I am or not, is equally scary. You know what I'm saying? Whether I am the main character of this life or not, equally scary. And this world works on equal. This universe works on balance. Like you could say, good and evil. Outer space, deep below the ocean. Deep into the ocean. I don't know. Equal. You can only go so high up, and you can only go so far down. Karma. What you do is what you get. Equal. The number 8. Geometry. How shapes that you see and that we recognize are built on a scale. Things are built on scale. If you really are into multiverse realities and quantum quantum gravity research and all that stuff, and you really want to know how the universe works, what are the rules of this universe that we live in? What are those unwritten rules? What can we observe and what can we see, and what do we deduct from this? What of the greatest minds that we have, what are they going to do? Come together over the internet one day? We're going to leave messages for the next generation of great minds, the Einstein that'll be born in 20 years, the Walt Disney that'll be born in 20 years, those great minds, the Stephen Hawkings that'll be born in 20 years, that'll outshine the rest of everyone else and say, here's a new discovery, here's something else. Because that's going to keep happening. There's always going to be that new discovery. There's always going to be that next great mind. There's always going to be another Steve Jobs. There's going to be another Jeff. There's going to be another me. You know? It's going to be more and more. It's endless. And so, I think every person's duty for this endless cycle, because we're all just a part of it, is to make sure that those people that are coming after us have a good headspace, to grow, you know, because I don't think Walt Disney would have been Walt Disney if he grew up where I grew up. You know, if he, in the time that I grew up and where I grew up, I think that there are hundreds of millions every day of people who have this crazy potential, and they don't know it yet. They were born with this potential, you know. They were born to be this person. The president, all the people that have been selected to be presidents didn't know it, but they were born to become presidents one day. Right? So it's either you look at it that way, or you even look at it as, no, they just randomly made decisions that led them to that point, or that they were destined from the time that they were born. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so just know it's all about balance. Take these daily laws that you see and apply them. Live them, teach them, talk about them, say them out loud. They're not religious. They're not, they don't belong to any faith. They do demonstrate faith. If you try them like I tried them, I suggest to try them when you're at your lowest, because that's when people really are open, susceptible to new things. They're open to saying, hey, whatever I've been doing hasn't worked. Let me reach out and let me try something different. Let me pray. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me write down my goals. Let me do this or that, whatever it is. Whenever you get upset, whenever you hate the situation that you're in, okay, I'm at the bottom of the bottom. I've messed up really bad. I need to get out of this. I am no longer comfortable where I am. That's when you start to reach out and do stuff that you've never done before. Because you ain't going to do the same stuff you were doing to get you where you're at, because you don't like where you're at. You're not comfortable where you're at, you know? So, pay attention to that type of stuff. Even to this day, I have a weird, I learned a lot of hard lessons. I had a weird thing about right here in the front of my neck. And like, I don't let people touch this area. I'm not even really touching it. If you look at my thing, I'm not really touching it. That Adam's apple, I can touch around the outside out here, but like directly on, I can't. I personally can't do it myself. And like, to imagine someone just like touching it is like the weirdest thing to me. I don't know. That's a weird thing that I have with myself, but I know where it stems from. I know it's a lesson that I learned at a young age, and from there forward, it's just like That's a lesson that you learn, and that's something that's going to be a part of you forever, basically. In life, you're going to come across a lot of those things that are lessons that you learn, and that are now, they're not going to be something that you learn a lesson and it fades away. No, it sticks to who you are. It changes who you are as a person. It changes your character. You being the main character of this life, now that's part of you. Everything that you witness, everything that you encounter from that moment forward is only because of that's a part of you. If that never happened to you, you would encounter totally different things. Your life would go a totally different way. So pay attention to that. I'm basically applying those rules, those laws to streaming. I'm applying those to everything that I do, comedy. I'm applying those to the way I live my life, my home life, my wife and family and everything like that. I apply those things that way. One of the main things that I try to do is the non-judgment. I like to laugh. I like to analyze. But as far as judgment goes, I don't want to judge. I'm going to stand away from that. I'm going to understand why people do certain things. I guess I'm very understanding when it comes to stuff like that. I'm good with the devil's advocate. I can see where you're coming from. I understand, because it doesn't really take much but an excuse for a person to do something. Sometimes people don't even need an excuse or a reason. They'll do it anyway. So pay attention to things like that too. I might call this brainstorm party, pay attention to things like that. And it served its purpose because I gained a whole follower without having to comment anything anywhere and ask anybody anything. While I was just really planning to just talk to myself. I went live at this time because I didn't think nobody would be up to join. But what I love though is when I approve a friend request or I get a friend request approved, and in the first 2 seconds, like my page, like my friend's page, like my other friend's page. Those are the people. I need those people on my team. I don't care. I don't care how annoying they might be. They get stuff done. They're out here sharing. They're out here helping people reach their goals. They really are. Yeah. I'm gonna play that back. I'm gonna do a quick rush game. Oh, it doesn't even show me the opponent yet. What? Oh, it just... I don't even understand it. Oh. Wait a minute, what the heck? Oh, they're all just puzzles. Okay, I guess that makes sense. How did I win? I don't even understand. I won somehow. I guess I did 4 right moves. He did 3. What is that situation over there? Oh, I got the hashtag chess. I got a couple hashtag groups. Man, his knee gave out on him. Alright, so is this a long grind? The meme world is still getting funnier and funnier. The internet is funnier every day. You see the funnier stuff every day. Yeah, appreciate all y'all stepping in, stopping by, following, shares. All that. Right down there at the bottom. Catch me right there. And this is me realizing I didn't have no type of music playing all this time. It's been straight up quiet. Well, some of the time I did, but once I got serious, I turned it down. Talking about message too long. It is 2020 though. Yeah, I'm not gonna put out all my beliefs and ideas, but power to the people, power to the supporters, power to the viewers. Everybody should be a streamer. Everybody should have partner status on something. And all it takes is us to support each other, to make everyone be partners, to make sure everybody can get a check. You know, why not? Why wouldn't we do that? It doesn't take anything from you to help another person hit 10,000 followers. It takes nothing from you. It is pretty hard to do. The follow for follow way obviously won't work, but helping. If a person's really determined to hit 10,000 and they're really after that, why wouldn't you help them? I would see if a person just wants to stream and they have no goals of hitting 10,000 followers. They're never even thinking about, this or that. They just want somebody to watch their stream. They just want one person to come by and they can affect that one person's life. They can put a smile on that one person's face. That's one thing. But a person who's dedicated to a goal, and you can see that that's what they're working towards. I think you should if you get the chance to help them. It'll feel good. It'll feel great. Trust me. Helping people is one of the greatest pleasures of life. Sweet as joy. I'm telling you, especially when it's genuine and you just be like, no, don't mention it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have no feelings after it's done, but it feels good while it's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, help people. You ain't gotta feel like, oh, I helped them and now 5 years later, here's their chance to help me. Are they gonna do it? Oh, they didn't help me and I helped them. I'm gonna feel bitter about it. No. If it comes from a real place, you might end up asking somebody for help and not even remembering that you helped them before. It's not a point to bring up. It's not to say, hey, remember I did this for you? That don't count. That's not the right type. It's not the right thing. So yeah, streaming Apex 2K. I take a lot of time off 2K. 2K usually dies down around this time of year. Usually, people aren't taking it serious anymore. All the kids got it for Christmas and they're on there, and it's just not as competitive. Apex is coming out with a new event today, the Grand Soiree event. New skins, new challenges, new everything. So I'm gonna be grinding that. If you stop by and check me out, I'm gonna be streaming Apex for the next couple of days, working with the new challenges, the new.
I make this look good. Literally, this hair, this face.
I am with
Come on, you see it?
You can call me Bloodhound.
Stimmed up and ready to burn.
Introducing your champion.
I'm speechless. Me, actually, I wrote a speech, but yeah, forget it. Let's just fight.
Event starts up.
Come on, use your head.
I say we land. Prepare for battle.
Weapon here.
Marking our surroundings.
Gonna do some looting here. Body shield here. Level 1.
Attention. First blood.
Oh, how about this way? Shotgun bolt here. Level 1.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We are inside the ring. Good faith. Someone's been there.
So good. Shotgun bolt.
Here. Level 2.
Extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Yeah, I could use that.
Battling the enemy. Down the hostile icon.
I'm gonna give that spot a watchful eye.
Leave in sight.
Throw an Arcstar. Arcstar out.
Took out a hostile. I downed a hostile.
They're not getting back up from that.
It's right in front of me. Look out, grenade. Taking some damage. No bamboozle. Charging shields. Defending right.
And that's all of it. Good job, Kumbali.
Get to bamboozling. Throwing through my grenade. Right here. Got one. Down an enemy. I got a target's right in front of me. Get out there and bamboozle.
I'm down.
Hostile right here. Okay. Hostile right here. Contact with target. Contact.
Reloading. Whoa, just relax. I got everything under control.
Kill the champion.
I have been named the kill leader.
That time's over. Shooting at me?
Hostile close.
Taking him out with a decoy.
Let's go here.
Contact with hostile. Making contact with enemy.
Never mind. Heads up. We're no longer.
I'm so sorry to make you wait. I meant to beat you much faster.
Sheesh.
Light ammo here.
508. Getting a couple more games in before that that event hits. Check. Got my 200 damage. Battle pass. 80. What I did, crypto, raise, lifeline.
I'd watch out for my squad if I were you. I'd watch out for my squad if I were you. I've seen it all. It's a new season. Small up. Wanna be here? Take me out. I don't even think you're trying. This was too easy. Not your day. Thank you. Thank you. You made me just a little bit better. Come on, use your head. Come on, use your head.
Follow me. Instagram. Let's get to know each other. Follow me on Instagram. Let's get to know each other.
One thing is certain. Someone will die.
We've got a job to do, so shift your carcass.
No cluster foxtrots in my unit. Let's run this.
Shit, man, I'm here trying to grind this stream up, you know what I'm saying? Just streaming, waiting for this event. But your mic a little bit low, I don't know.
This is your champion.
I feel you, it is early in the morning.
I'm the jump master. Follow
I'm on
me.
Facebook gaming, man. I know a lot of people are on the Twitch and YouTube. Facebook stream.
Enough lambing around. We're dropping. Let's explore this way.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. Good thing it's not us.
Attention. Your champion has been eliminated.
Good. Jump enough.
Countdown.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Looking for loot over here. Looking for loot over here. Looking for loot over there.
Got a double tap on the shotgun bolt. Somebody want that.
Light ammo here. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Oh, my hearing people.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him.
Kill leader eliminated.
My hearing people back. What's going on?
Watching this spot. Gotta hop up here.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Hey, we're gonna take this balloon in a second.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Could be some loot here. I'll let you know. I could use that. Could be some loot over there. I'll let you know. Thanks. Could be some loot here. I'll let you know.
Kill leader.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him.
Shoot.
Optics here. Mid-range. Got an extended energy mag right here. Level 2.
Kill leader eliminated.
Flatline here. Rings around the corner. 10 left.
Warning. Room closing.
There's a jump tower here.
Yeah, it's a whole time we use. I'm still looting up. I'm getting plenty of loot.
Gonna check for loot here.
What y'all getting? Give another loot.
Body shield here. Level 2.
Appointed.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Dim.
Get fat. F-E-T, fit. Ain't got no light for this stuff. It's all good.
There's a jump tower here.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
I need it.
Thank you.
Shoot. Bring the extended mag with you. Come on, let's get it. I got care packages cracking down. Oh, somebody just came out where we started.
Enemy over there.
Yeah. Wait a minute, did one of y'all go into that tunnel? Let's go then. I'm gonna go kill up on some shit. Somebody go. I ain't shoot at the thing. Y'all get shot at? Oh, that loot key.
Round 2. Beginning.
Yep, right here at the front door.
Enemy over there.
At the front door.
Say one.
tunnel.
We're all inside this ring. Calling it a lifeline package.
Getting shot at. They downed me.
Put a light down range.
Target over there. Let's recover our mate. Throwing thermite grenade. Throwing Oxstar. Oxstar out. Oxstar out. Frog go.
Off the mic. I'm spotted. Throwing Oxstar. I'm hit. Spotted. Double timing it. On my mark. Firing for effect. They got me. I'm down.
Oh gosh. Ooh, that should have hit that shit. Peacekeeper. Ooh, I should have hit that peacekeeper. I hate it when you pull out your gun and do that little spin before it shoots. Girl Scout cookies are back. Ooh. I want to do this one.
You thought you...
I don't even.
Just did some more stuff for the hashtag Facebook Gaming. I think I might throw hashtag Facebook Gaming up here somewhere. Next to the brainstorm party. Watch me edit the stream live. Watch me edit the stream live. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Realign it. Ooh. Excuse me. Let me check my followers. It says we got a new follower. questions about me, I've honestly, when this video is done, you can go back and look. I talked about a lot of topics today. I'll actually stream for a good hour straight, just covering topics I want to go over real quick. I talked about all the people who helped me along the way. There's a handful of people. Mikey Joe Gaming, he helped me out with that. Getting the chessboard up there, without him, I would still be streaming straight off my phone. Let me see. Without Mikey Joe, I'd be streaming straight off my phone playing chess, and it just did not look good. It was hurt. It was bad on the eyes. Another thing, OK JA Gaming, Okja, OK. I call him O or OK. I can't pronounce his name, but he came through for me in the clutch. He helped me with really all this lo-fi ambiance, this vibe that I got in the background. He kind of pushed me in the right direction with that. Shoot, he put me on the Bleed War Gaming. He put me on the Bleed War, who's an Apex guy. He's innovative. He's in the community right now doing some innovation. He's really putting on for the podcast gamers, making sure that the gamers have a voice, make sure that the community is being represented, and give me a second. Early morning. So yeah, a couple of those people that have been helping me out, DMing me, talking to me, kind of building a relationship. Light over at Multiverse Gaming, he just hit 1,000 not too long ago. Excited for the newest season of League of Legends. So he's doing big numbers over at Multiverse. He's one of the guys who his numbers actually reflect his following, so you can tell it's not a follow for follow type of thing. Yeah, covered everything. Covered why I title my streams what I title them. Covered 3D I Spy puzzles that I'm trying to put together, and I'm trying to come up with new ways to engage the timeline, engage the community. Really just talked about a lot of stuff of the future of what I think Facebook gaming is going to be, what I think the platform is going to have to offer to people like us, who are putting in the time and effort to grow. Talked about just, progression. If you go back to my page, you can scroll down to the bottom, you can see that, I started off rough. Right now I'm still rough. I wouldn't say that I'm doing too crazy, with the numbers, but I've been making steady progress. I got a goal, 24 more days to hit my goal. I need to update that. I just got a couple more followers, as you can see over there on the side. A couple more shares. I appreciate getting shares and follows. My alerts aren't popping up right now, so I don't know if I'm getting shares and follows right now, but I could be. There's a lot of stuff to work on with the stream. What else I was gonna say? Excuse me. Yeah, just talked about all that. Linked my Instagram first, just so people can check that out, check me out, see what I'm about, see what my life is dedicated to. I'm definitely gonna take some clips out of here and upload them. I don't know what the notifications are like with that, but I'm gonna do that. Try not to blow up your timelines while y'all awake at least. At least I'll do it overnight at 3, 4 in the morning. Yeah, this stream is what, 2.5 hours long? 7 a.m. So, and then I did like an hour before this. I actually did a whole hour or so that I streamed, and then I deleted that one because my mic was muted most of the time, or the sound wasn't right. Stuff just wasn't right, so I redid that stream. So really, I've been up for about 3-4 hours streaming this same episode. So I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna get some highlights out of it. We're gonna do more of these.